Greetings, everybody. This is Serptonius. We're back again in Empyrion Galactic Survival. Our first batch of vegetables have come in. Gonna collect those. This is pumpkins, tomatoes, and durians. I'm sorry, space durians. Gonna head over here and make our first batch of canned vegetables. Put in the pumpkins, the space durians, and the tomatoes into our food processor. We make the canned vegetables. Notice the big advantage of this is the perish time is 350. That's 350 game minutes. So this will last us quite a while. Takes 1 tomato, 1 space durian, 1 pumpkin, 5 purified water, and 1 steel plate. So let me get a few more steel plate out of here. I'll grab half a stack with the right click. Put that in, and now we can make our other can. Here's our first can. And there comes our second can. So we now have our first batch of vegetables out of the garden and already canned up. I did a little bit of work offline. Mainly iron and magnesium was the goal. So we got the magnesium ore. I ground all of it up to magnesium powder, and I ground up or smelted most of the iron ore into iron ingots. Ended up with 497 of the assault rifle bullets. And in the cargo box here, for the ammo box, about 750 30mm for the cannon. It is an important thing. Always make sure that the base that you have has plenty of ammo before you go wandering off, so the cannon can do what it's supposed to do. The other items I picked up while I was running around are these. Whenever it gets daylight here in about 9 minutes or so, I will run out there and show you these. And also we're going to try to get to finding some promethium. If we check our map, I do have all of the resources, at least one of them located, except for promethium. I want to get that found before we start building our HV. A little bit of lag there, not sure what that's all about. I need to turn my jetpack back on so we can get over here. So I'm going to put in our freezer, our refrigerator. Excuse me, the all of these items, so they don't so they don't perish on us. I'm going to take out the space durians just so you can see. Whenever you're starting out with your garden, the best thing to start out with is durians. If you have that seed available, because you can make space fries. They are the most economical, straight up resource. All that it takes is a single space durian. Here we go. Speaking of making sure that your cannons have ammo, inbound comes some mini grand. You can see the cannon going off above me. Give him a little bit of a hand. Guy is in the water. Again, if it isn't, there we go. Got him. So again, if you're entering the water, you need to have your hands free. Otherwise, you'll just sink to the bottom. Let me put my helmet on so we don't have an oxygen problem. Space bar to get to the top. Like there are some other guys running around on the beach. And again, so all of these resources, if we were not able to loot these drones, those would have to be made by hand. But these guys are great resources to pick up. That's not another one, is it? No, that's just a rock. So that little right there, we've got quite a few motors and reactor cores. These two are rather expensive, as is the computer. So that's actually a nice bonus for us. So the default swim speed is only 2 meters per second. I'm holding down the shift key so we can swim a little bit faster. And let me turn off my jetpack. Make sure that we're at the top of the water. Okay, that heartbeat means I'm out of stamina. Turn on our jetpack and get off of our helmet, because Akua does have a nice breathable atmosphere. So that is prime example of why we want to get make sure that there's ammo in the gun. Place all of these new metal components, plate, reactor, computer, all of these wonderful things that we were able to pick from that. And I think we probably need to go ahead and get another gun going. So go over here, and we need more metal. So we need the metal that I mined, probably the magnesium as well. So let's get all that going. Actually, let's go ahead and pull all of that out. And we'll put the magnesium and the iron that we got in the constructor, and I think the rest of that just goes, just goes into the food processor. And as I was saying before I was interrupted by the drone attack, space fries are the best thing to start with. If you have the durian seedlings, just make straight space fries. They do have a perish time, but they will give you quite a bit of food. That is 75 food and 15 health to boot. So if you're just starting out and you have durians, by all means just plant a full garden of those. But because I'm trying to think a little bit longer game, I set up this one so that we can make the canned vegetables. As I mentioned, we want to make one more cannon turret to put that on the end. This base has been designed to be modular, so we can place multiple. It should have enough room for another one on the side, on the top, or it is also built for it along the side. I think because the drones are coming from off in that direction, I'm thinking about knocking out this wall and putting in an addition for another garden area in that direction. We're down to the last bit of the crafting on this guy. The iron ore, I will put him there. To sort it out a little bit. Do have some pentaxid. That is the resource that is used, the fuel that is used to go between planets. Okay. We've got the cannon. I'm jumping around a little bit, but there's a lot to talk about in this game. Lots of different aspects. So I'm going to go ahead and place that right here. Because they are coming off in that direction, that cannon will be able to get to it just fine. If I were to place it on this face, it would be able to shoot in that direction, and of course above. But it might not be able to reach far enough over to reach in that direction. As well, if I put it on this face, it's not going to be able to reach back that direction. So that's the best place to put it for now. And if I build on the, as I'm thinking to go back, maybe in next episode, that as well, we could put another cannon on here and it can aim in that direction as well. But right now, since it's dark, I'm going to kind of stick around the house, so to speak. And there's some stuff I'd like to do. There's, as I mentioned before, I try to get all of the pieces, every single square of my builds used by something. Economy of space. So let's take a quick look upstairs. So it's using, so that takes up 3 by 3 blocks. So that means it's gonna use up all of those. So if we do want to get something going for upstairs, either we're gonna have to move that cannon, which we can do now that we have another one in place. I'm just trying to think it through. I think that is indeed what we're going to do. We're going to move that guy. That's an empty fridge now, so we can pop that. I noticed in the bottom left corner I got all of my resources back. That just has some seaweed in it. We can go ahead and take that down. We do want to make another ammo box before we get rid of that one, just so that there's no chance of us running out of ammo. Make that real quick. I will drop all of these guys back in here. So we've got our ammo box. And that's down placed. Get all of our ammo and move that to this one. So now we have, the core is unfortunately exposed, but we going to take care of that in a second. We have elevator blocks. We haven't built those yet. We need 1 per square, so 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the roof. So we need 4 of those. If you remember, we were not able to make those because we were out of iron last episode. Now that we have some iron, we have a little bit more freedom on stuff that we can build. I also am going to want to build 1 cargo box, and I'm going to place it right here underneath the constructor. We are not going to have access to that guy completely when we finish this out with the garden plots, but because of the control panel we'll actually have access to it. And now no more jumping, we just hover directly in. And we're going to pop through, and I'm going to go ahead and take out that cannon. Again, at this stage of the game, we do not lose any of the items. That it may come that way in a future patch, but now we're able to get up onto the roof with no problem. And because we got all of that back, I'll quickly make another cannon and place that at the other end of the roof so we can not be uncovered or unprotected, I guess you will. Okay. And actually, I'm going to place that right there so we can actually have the lift capability of it fully. And we will put a door on this front bit. See if that cannon's ready, and it is. And let's go ahead and make ourselves a door if we have those available. We do. So while we are placing this, there we go. Now we have the 2 cannons again, and we have a little ledge up here in which we can, if we have small vessel, the small spaceship, and it actually is a small one, can actually land up here on this top part without any problem at all. So again, to use the elevator, it's C to move down, spacebar to move up. Our door is ready, so let's get that going. Put that right out here. And again, if you look at it, it's placed against the block. Spin it around so it's that way. We can either do a clear door, a solid door, or this like armor looking door. We'll pick that guy. Also, because I was able to sneak in, see if we can get 2 blocks, which we do have. And I'm going to replace those guys. Pop this guy out. And this guy out. And just put in a regular old-fashioned steel block. They are square in nature, and that way we can have that covered. You can't sneak in the side. And there's a nice walking area with this elevator lift. So perfect. And I believe our cargo box is done as well. So let's get that cargo box in. I'm going to spin it around just so we have the nice part pointing this way. Okay. Come around here. We need 3 of the growing plots. See how far we can get. I'll go ahead and put that steel plate in there. No real need to have it anywhere else. That is 1. I guess while those are cooking up, let's get this stuff placed down. Place that one. Other one is ready. And this, there we go. Last one is complete. Perfect. So now we do have our standard 3x3 growing area supported by the 1 growing light. I'm not sure what I'm going to be putting in this area. At this point, I think I will put down a single aloe vera. I did learn that those are easy to make. I don't have any. Let's see, do I have any? I have some aloe vera up here. Show you real quick. If you put in the aloe vera with the plant fiber that we've been collecting all along, we can actually make bandages. These restore 80 health, and they also will stop an open wound from continuing to have you lose hit points. Slap some spoiled food together, and there we go. We've got 6 bandages, so that'll heal 80. The small med kit does 120, but the aloe vera and the fiber are easily found. So they make a great simple first aid. Cobra leaves I also found. Where were they? I said in a previous episode that I did not know what they did, and I stumbled across it, and I was going to mention to you guys but I do not see it. No, I'm gonna put that in the refrigerator so it doesn't go bad. Snack on a couple of Akua berries while we're waiting for morning to come, because we need to still find the Still need to find some Promethean, and I think there's some off behind the copper. There was a big valley. So a throaty noise of the villagers. First time I heard that, I was sure that it was some sort of big monster. Well, they are tall. So, okay. Get my flashlight out. There's pixie stalks. They are also good healing item. Wanted to pick up the aloe vera as I was running around, so we can have plenty of that. So also a item that I learned while I was running around back and forth with that mining, I had saw another YouTuber do it, and it took me a while, but I finally figured out how to do it. So what I'm talking about is if you run and you get up to about 9 meters per second, you can use your jetpack to get almost to 20. So that's a... See right here, I'm moving at a pretty good clip. I'm actually not in God mode or any sort of cheat. As that damage that I took on the fall can attest. You can move around quite quickly, but you do have to be careful for the landing, because it is hard. This is nighttime, so there is more likely to be bad guys running around. Here I hear that high-pitched screech. Quite a few things you don't want to play with makes that noise. There is one of them. An insect monster, I believe is his name. Alien insect that gives raw meat and alien parts. Again, it is important to make sure that you have a full complement of ammo for your main weapon as well as your cannon, or whatever defense you have for your base. Do not let that run out. The pistol is not bad, but and you can kill things with it, but it is a lot harder. So as I was saying, you can just tap the space bar while you're heading in a direction, and you can get a good ways. Oh, another item that I wanted to mention is this Veron root. This stuff is great. You hover over it. It does give you a little ding of 50 food. Considering you run, your capacity is 500, 50 is nothing. But it heals 250 health, which means half of your health bar can be given back with just one of these guys. So that makes keeping those guys in your inventory a good item. They are unfortunately on a perish timer. Thought that was him. So it is it's not good. You can't just run around indefinitely with one because they will spoil. But having a couple around as you explore is a great thing. I've been trying to collect those guys. Ow. And as I say, this speeding trick works great, but it's not foolproof. You do occasionally take a little damage. I'm not sure that I would do it as I'm running into an enemy base, because you need all of the health that you can get. so we're doing a little bit of exploring. Got a little bit too much damage on that. Let's eat one of these guys. And look at that. We're topped off. Trying to remember. Trying to figure out where to go. I did a little bit of exploring last time off camera, but not much. I didn't get very far. I try to keep the majority of that on camera. Oh, wait, there we go. There's somebody over in that direction. Let's go say hi. Go. A minigun drone. Our range is 179. Not a problem. Again, we got quite a good amount of loot from him. I know with most items, most things that you're going to be shooting at, there is a head damage modifier. You can see hover over the assault rifle, 2.5 with the assault rifle and 2 with your pistol, so you definitely want to try to hit things in the head if you can. Here's where I dug out the magnesium before. That guy fell in there. I assumed he would despawn, but he's not. So let's just go ahead and finish him off. I assumed that he would despawn, but that must not be the case. I'm out of ammo. Let's make sure that we fill that back up. Again, zooming around, I do like the motorcycle, but it is not completely all-terrain. As it could be. And as you're running around with the motorcycle, you're not going to be able to pick up all of these items quite as easy. I think if you hit the F key, which is what you do to pick them up, they'll actually throw you, you'll actually get out of or get off the motorcycle. There's the Promethium. I knew that we would run across it at some point. And another magnesium. And you can see if I spin the radar just a little bit, there's a drone. I'm not gonna. So we picked up all of these Valeron routes. I'm gonna go ahead and top up before I go say hi to that drone. And one more. There we go. And a drill will not do it for us. A little bit on the high ground. See what's going on around us. He's off in that direction. Again, so you see the name is in red. So that means that he is out of range for us. Close the distance. He is a rocket drone, so actually I found those to be the easiest to take out. As long as you don't stand still or you continually tap him with your gunfire, which makes him rock up and back, he's not going to get a good shot off. If they do hit you, you will have a bad day. No doubt about it. So we needed to mine some Promethium. I will do that a little bit on camera just so you see what we do. Need to watch the mini map. I see another one just barely off in the distance. Let's not worry about that just yet. Let's see if we can get rid of this guy. Now that we know where the Promethean is, I can take care of it off camera. I just wanted to get a little bit before we get started on our next vehicle. I'm kind of wavering between the HV, which is hover vehicle, or SV, which is small vessel. There he is, moving through the trees. I'm kind of thinking SV at this point. We can put him on top of our base without any trouble at all. The hover vessel, will just have to park it next to it. Not quite as nice. Actually, we've got 2 drones in the vicinity. 3 drones. Okay, we got... Hope I don't bit off more than I can chew. This guy's closer, so we'll worry about him. He's actually shooting at us. A little bit worried about my ammo situation, but I'm watching it closely. Also, I'm trying to watch how often I fire, because if I have to resort to my pistol ammo, I'm much less of a threat to the drones than I am if I am running around with my assault rifle. So where did those guys run off to? They were, saw 2 of them right here. They're on the other side of the water. I'm not going to mess with them. That's a lot of swimming. Don't want to swim with those guys flying around. I don't see them. They're no longer on my mini-map. So I think with that, run back over to this Prometheum deposit, and we're going to call that an episode. We rearranged a lot of the base around. We now have elevators, so we can get up on the roof. Once we get some Promethean, which is right here, I think that'd be a good time for us to work on the... I'm leaning towards the small vessel build. Also, the small vessel, it flies, so we can circumnavigate the Akua much easier than we can if it is a hover vessel. The big advantage of the hover vessel is they have turrets, so you can place them, and if any drones fly by, the turrets can take them out. Also, when you're mining, like I will be doing here shortly for this Promethean deposit below us, they can watch the area and take out any drones that are in the area, or any predators. If like that insect, the alien insect man that we saw earlier, they can take them out for me while I'm busy drilling. So with that, I think we're going to call it an episode. I thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please click the like below. If you'd like to see more, hit the subscribe button. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave a comment below, and I will try to get to that. And if I don't know the answer, I'll chase it down for you. So have a good day, everybody.